continue shifting and evolving. In the process of writing through the pandemic and the Black Lives Matter movement, I feel ever more convinced that the content of this book has become even more relevant. We need a new form of leadership up and down society, in government, and most definitely in business. Whether we're leading within big business, running a startup, or working in a non-governmental organization, we can and should take a hard look at ourselves and our environment and lean in on what matters. Being yourself takes knowing yourself. By being more in touch with who you are, you'll not only be a better leader, you'll also be a better person. Business can be a force for change for good, all the while competing and performing at the highest level. Taking a page out of the physics playbook, as the compelling energy and climate expert Jean-Marc Jancovici says, we know that transformation requires energy. In the context of leadership, with the ever-increasing constraints, economic, environmental, social, or sanitary, we will need to generate an extra level of energy within ourselves and our organization in order to adapt and transform. The only way to succeed long-term is to offer a sense of purpose that taps into our discretionary energy. It's up to us as leaders to set that example. As you go through the book, you will find key insights and messages along with actionable points at the end of each chapter. If you go to minterdial.com/u-lead, you will find further resources, including some exercises, recommended books, podcasts, and articles, as well as the detailed results of an exclusive leadership survey that is featured in chapters 3 and 4. There will also be a place to start or join a conversation as provoked by what you've listened to. Gratefulness and Acknowledgements. No man is an island, and no published author is truly alone. I want to thank my editor, Geraldine Coulard, for her patience, kind encouragement, and refined direction throughout the writing, including pulling it all together right after the pandemic lockdown was eased and through the persistent concussion I sustained at the same time. Among the many other people who have influenced me greatly in my life, one stands above them all in so many ways. John Peake was my housemaster for my 5 years at Eton. He was my teacher, tutor, confidant, sports coach, and general morale booster. He exhibited that particular ability to always be himself in all aspects of life and work. He and his wife Sue gave me so many life skills. After school, inevitably, we stayed in touch. As a teacher, he imbued in me the love of history, which I applied in the making of my World War II documentary film and book, The Last Ring Home. And in You Lead, there is a kernel that was sparked by his example. For You Lead, I was fortunate to be able to interview and draw on many wonderfully talented individuals, several of whom I worked with at Redken. It's lovely to know that the friendships I made at work can endure, even grow, through time and despite the distance. Technology has no doubt helped keep those relationships alive. The list of advisors and helpers are in alphabetical order: Chris Barron, Jeremy Bassett, Alex Bossier, Tariq Hassan, Peter Mahoney, Ann Mincy, Pat Parenty, Christine Schuster, Adrian Swinsko, Philip Ullman, and Laura Willis. I have long maintained that I am only as strong as my network. I tend to depend upon some members of my network more than others, especially when it comes to writing. Then there are the friends and family who are able to cajole and inspire. I am forever grateful for the unconditional love and support of my father, mother, and sister. There is no one more important than my incandescently beautiful and smart wife, Yendi. Between coddling and prodding, encouraging and exhorting, and laughing and loving, Yendi has been the guiding rock by my side for 25 years of marriage. Part 1. Setting the Stage. The Wake-Up Call for a New Form of Leadership. My wake-up call happened one gorgeous late summer morning. I was fretting about the upcoming annual worldwide meeting, where all the most senior executives assemble to hear about each brand's pannier of new products and planned marketing support to warrant the budgets for the next 3 years. My New York City-based team was kicking into top gear in the mad scramble before we all had to fly to Paris. I was sitting at my desk in my 19th-story corner office.